Your Honor, a woman's sexual history is totally inadmissible in a rape case, and the defense knows it.
A woman's history isn't admissible, and a man's is. Your Honor, the prosecution have gone to extraordinary lengths to delve into the defendant's romantic past.
To establish a pattern of obsessive behavior.
Which is precisely what we are trying to do with his accuser. The key witness for the prosecution, the only eyewitness for the alleged crime, has a history of establishing patterns through emotional dependency, through sexual relations, and then breaking them off, or claiming she has.
Your Honor, contrary to what defense would have us believe, Ms. Wainwright is not on trial here.
No, but if counsel for the defense can establish such a pattern of behavior on her part, it could be relevant. I'm going to allow the question to stand.
I'll ask you again, Mr. Donnelly.
Julia never seduced me.
But she did sleep with you. Did Ms. Wainwright, or did she not ever have sexual relations with you?
It wasn't like that.
Well, how many ways could it be like, Mr. Donnelly? She either did or she didn't. Well, surely she didn't claim you raped her too.
Objection.
Withdrawn. Did you ever have sexual relations with Julia Wainwright?
I can't begin to answer the question with a simple yes or no.
Your Honor.
The witness will confine his remarks to answering the questions directly.
For the last time, Mr. Donnelly, did Julia Wainwright sleep with you?
Once, but...
And at the time of this dalliance...
Objection.
At the time of this encounter, you were a priest sworn to celibacy, were you not?
Yes, that was my problem, though, not hers. Julia was not married at that time.
But she had a child to the man she was soon to be married to, correct? Mason Capwell? And didn't she claim that she loved him too?
Your Honor, to listen to Miss Bradley, one would swear that the only person in this courtroom not on trial is the defendant.
That's it. The counsel for the prosecution and defense will approach the bench. Now, this has gone on far too long already. Either you make your point immediately and you allow her to make it, or I will find attorneys who can. Now, is that perfectly clear? You may proceed, Miss Bradley.
Mr. Donnelly, prior to sleeping with you, did Julia Wainwright ever lead you to believe that she cared for you?
She did care for me. We were friends.
And how would you describe her behavior after she slept with you? Was she as caring as before? Did she seem distant? Perhaps even guilty?
Maybe a little, but the certain...
Just answer the question.
That's what
and
I'm
what was
trying to
your
do,
reaction
counsel.
to her mixed feelings? Did her sudden change in attitude...
Do I
get to answer here or not?
It is customary to let the witness answer the questions.
Your Honor, may I remind the prosecution yet again that we are dealing with a hostile witness here, one who would not be expected to volunteer information about a woman whose emotional life has been so tormented that she is periodically driven to sexual indiscretions which plunge her into a cycle of guilt and recrimination that would confound anyone.
Your Honor, counsel for the defense isn't even bothering to ask questions anymore. She's just making speeches.
Hostile witness or not, Miss Bradley, don't overstep your bounds.
Yes, Your Honor. Father Donnelly.
I am not a priest.
Mr. Donnelly, after Miss Wainwright slept with you, did you press her for further romantic involvement?
No.
Did you tell her you loved her?
No.
Wanted to marry her?
No, I did not.
Build a life with her?
No, I did not.
Well, I wonder how she would have responded if you had.
Objection.
Sustained.
All things considered, I'd say you got off easy, wouldn't you?
Your Honor.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Jury will disregard that last exchange. One more crack like that, Miss Bradley, and I will hold you in contempt.
Move for a mistrial.
Taken under advisement.
Your Honor.
You're cross, Mr. Timmons.
Mr. Donnelly.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel used by Ms. Wainwright?
Never. Julia isn't capable of using anybody.
How would you explain your lapse from your vows of celibacy?
I was going through a period of grave doubt, and her life had just been threatened. It was a way of comforting each other, a way of expressing compassion.
Would it be fair to say that your own need precipitated this compassionate response from Ms. Wainwright?
Yes, it did.
If only the defendant were so willing to admit his own responsibility. What happened after that incident in question?
Julie and I discussed it, and we agreed that we had mistaken our friendship for something more.
And you respected each other's wishes and did not pursue the relationship?
Well, of course, there was nothing to pursue, and Julia had made her feelings completely clear.
Is it your belief that Ms. Wainwright would have made her feelings as crystal clear to Mr. Nichols?
Calls for a conclusion on the part of the witness.
Sustained.
Have you ever known Ms. Wainwright to be anything less than completely forthright in her dealings with anyone?
Never. Julia is not made that way. She's idealistic, she's honorable, and I would believe absolutely anything that she said happened.
But I don't think the jury does.